Hello, YouTube, and my subs, and whoever's out there that cares. I know it's the same locale, it's the same everything. I'm Rock Crin at RK Inpost, and I lost a video earlier today. I was uploading it and it failed. And then it deleted itself off my phone, which was quite unusual because it wasn't controversial at all. I was just talking about well, this is gonna sound weird, but you know how you're growing up and you listen to music and you're influenced by your friends and stuff. I found a band on my own, and I'm sure everyone out there has too. And you know, well, anyways, I'll just tell you the story. I was on my way to Tijuana with some friends. We were under 21. I think I was 20 at the time. And I could legally drink in my town. I did not have to go to Tijuana. I mean, not legally, but the liquor store near my house would just sell me alcohol. So I didn't have to go to Tijuana at all. But, yeah, we went. On the way down, on the radio, I heard the song All I Want by Toad the Wet Sprocket. And let me tell you, despite all the alcohol I drank, the alcohol poisoning I experienced because I was puking in dumpsters, and yeah, and I had to walk partially home, about 10 miles, I think. I had to walk home because my other friends forgot about me. I did make it through customs with my ID and everything, but I remembered that song because it just fucking spoke to me. And I wasn't a guy that never had a girlfriend before. That's not who I was at that time, but the song made me feel something that, I don't know, I had not heard it before. Well, anyways, I get back. I'm working at a movie theater at the time with my friend Yvonne. I listened to the Fear album by Toad the Wet Sprocket, and so much of it just appeals to me. There's so many good songs on there. And it's just, I don't know, young man from Santa Barbara, California, while I'm in Garden Grove, California, and he's just a year older than me. I mean, everything he's going through, everything he's talking about, I can relate to. I don't know, man. I felt like such a kinship with this band. And, Glenn and Todd and Dean and Randy. They're just so good. And yeah, they're not metal. They're not heavy at all. They're, I don't know, what would you call them? Soft rock, maybe. But they're not like Air Supply or Ambrosia or any of that shit. And not to say that's not any good. I mean, the singing in Ambrosia is fucking amazing. But no, it's just these four dudes. And, yeah, before their very first show, they didn't have a band name. And they got their name from, now I forget. Of all the times to forget, it's Monty Python's Flying Circus. They get their name from one of their episodes because somebody said, "Who's the band tonight?" And they're like, "Toad the Wet Sprocket." And that's where they took their name. I mean, that's pretty freaking cool, if you ask me. I mean, Monty Python has been an influence on a lot of people's lives, including my own. But yeah. So that's their very first live show. They're Toad the Wet Sprocket. And it stuck. And that's who they've been, for 30 years or so. Anyhow, like I said, I got home. I bought their album. It's been a major influence on me throughout my musical journey. I've been a musician most of my life, I sang in a band. I played drums in bands, and I love to sing. I can stand on the street corner and sing all day where I'm at now. And I did their entire discography the other day. Just because I felt like singing. Guy walked over and said, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Hell yeah." And he gave me $5 just because he liked my singing, and I wasn't even busking. I'm not even trying to get, like, people's money because they can't hear the music. All they hear is my voice, because I have my headphones on. But anyways, yeah, like, so I got Fear. And then I got Bread and Circus and Pale. And there's a song on Bread and Circus that has just been, it's been like the heart of me my whole life. Know Me. That's what it's called. Yeah, it's just like my favorite song ever, probably. Well, and of course it's because I found this band. No one else showed it to me. No one else brought it to me. I mean, the radio station, yeah. But it wasn't a friend that said, "Dude, you got to hear this," right? Because I was, "Dude, you got to hear this," to my friends, And, at the end of the 80s and the early 90s, there's a lot of music going on. A lot. I remember owning Automatic for the People. And then Automatic for the Penis. King Missile. Awesome parody. But, there was just a lot going on back then. I mean, I'm into metal, and I'm into Rush, and Genesis, and Pink Floyd. I saw Genesis at Dodger Stadium, on their We Can't Dance tour. I saw Rush at the Forum on the Roll the Bones tour. I saw Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe at Irvine Meadows Amphitheater. And then I saw Yes, the band that Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe were. All four of those dudes was at Tinley Park in Chicago. I saw Robbie Krieger at the park that I used to go to all the time. Robbie Krieger, the guitar player of The Doors. I mean, live music has been my jam my entire fucking life, and music has been a humongous part of my life. And I've seen Toad the Wet Sprocket live like every year for the past 5 years or so. Sorry, got away from the story, but they released an album called Dulcinea, which means bittersweet in Spanish. And I absolutely adored it for years. I mean, the first time the lead singer ever wrote the word love in a song is a song about his brother. That's how I feel. I love my brother. I fucking hate my sister. But, that's neither here nor there. But, yeah, song on there where he talks about love of his brother, and then, there's a lot of good... It's so hard to do these, because I'm trying to do an entire discography in, 10 minutes. And here I am at 9:17. Well, anyways, I guess we're gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy ourselves for a moment. I hope you're all in for a ride, because this is gonna take a little longer. Anyhow, yeah, Dulcinea comes out. I'm living in Arizona. Right, so I moved. My life story isn't important in here. We're talking about the band. We're talking about a band. I'm here. I have a little tape deck. A tiny little boombox tape deck. That's it. That's the only thing I have to listen to music on. And I got Dulcinea on cassette. And it renewed my faith in humanity. I mean, I was just 21 years old, 22 at the time. Just, Dulcinea just moved me. There's, like, every song on it is so, like, poignant. So much about the human experience. And, I'm at, like, the same age as a singer. So, you gotta understand, like, all the trials and tribulations I've been going through, this guy did too, and he put it into music. I don't know how else to put it. And it's not sad music. I mean, bittersweet, perhaps. The name of the album. But yeah. And then, you know, family tragedy strikes. And I go back to Iowa. And personal tragedy strikes. Yay, I'm back in jail, lol. Spent my 25th birthday locked up. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. This is about Coil. Coil being the next album. Comes out. And every track on Coil is fucking awesome. I'm sure the band wouldn't like to hear me review their album. Because, I don't know, I'm a bit drunk. I'm outdoors. And, I can't give it a proper review because I'm in the middle of, you know, an entire discography review. And I'm sorry that I left off Pale, because Pale has amazing tunes on it. I mean, there's a bunch of kids writing rock songs, and they way better than I ever did. And I guess this is part of the point of this stream, or just got a message on email, so sorry, had to slow down there for a sec. No, it said, don't forget to help others with the stimulus. And if you watch my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, yeah, Coil is their last album, though. So sad for me, because it's like they reached the peak of their artistry, their playing. They just reached the peak of their skill as musicians and writers and everything. Every song on there is so good. Like, I dare you to pop or to download it or just to stream it. Just listen to Coil by Toad the Wet Sprocket. If you're not moved, you don't have a soul. Just saying. But yeah, they broke up. And I didn't know about it. You know, I was just like, I wonder when the next Toad the Wet Sprocket album's coming out. You know, just kind of chilling. And then, well, there's nothing. I could tell you a funny story about my life, and you've already heard that I hate my sister. Anyways, I bought her a $20 gift certificate to Hastings, which is our entertainment superstore here in Prescott back in the day. And she just left it on the shelf. Like, I moved out, right? I wasn't living there. I come over to visit my mom, and it's still sitting there. After 2 years, it's still sitting there. So I picked it up, and I called the number on the back to see if there's any money left on it. All the money's left on it. So I took it, and I bought Coil on CD. And then I set it right back there amidst the dust. And And get this. This is how awful my sister can be. She noticed when it was moved. And she was upset about it. That's a gift from me to her. And she didn't use it for 2 years. Now she wants it. Nah, fuck you, bitch. I used it to buy great music, and there's nothing you can do about it. Anyhow, well, like I said, it's going to be a while. We're talking about Toad the Wet Sprocket. It's going to be a while. Anyhow, so Coil's their last record. And, kind of like try to find new things to fill the hole that, the boys have left in me. And it's not that hard. I mean, there's so much music out there at the time. In the mid-90s, there's so much good stuff happening. There's, a lot going on that's great. And, kind of forgot about them. And I'll tell you honestly, I was reading a PlayStation blog, and at the bottom of it, it said, here's the new songs by Sony Music, or new albums by Sony Music, and it's like, oh, you can't show them all, so I clicked on the button, and I saw Toad the Wet Sprocket there. I'm like, wait, the boys got back? I was so excited. I clicked on it. I bought the record right away. I'm like, dude, no way. The guys have gotten back together, and Architect of the Ruin is... It's like one of my favorite records ever. I've never had a divorce, but I have had breakups and stuff. So, but it's just like, hey, what's that thing I can't remember? You don't know, because you don't listen to them. I took some I didn't take them. I bought them tickets, and they had to drive up to Flagstaff to see Toad the Wet Sprocket concert, and I bought a hotel room for all three of us. And the tickets for them. And my buddy Eric got way wasted. No, it wasn't that show. No, that show, we all met the band. That was the thing. And that show, all three of us met all four members of that band that night. And we got their signatures. And yes, that was an awesome show. That was a totally awesome show. In Flagstaff at the Orpheum Theater. Yeah, so... yeah, that's a very fond memory of mine. Then the next year I had to go by myself at the same place, the Orpheum Theater in Flagstaff, Arizona. And I don't care if I'm doxing myself, because I don't have a home and nobody cares about me. I shouldn't say that. No one cares about this channel. Anyhow, they haven't really released a lot of new music, but I mean, Glenn did, and of course, the saddest songs ever, because he got divorced from his wife. And get this is a true story from his mouth, right? They're divorced. She's living in his house. He recorded his whole new album in the garage. And he has guest stars and shit. He's got like, I don't know, it's the saddest story ever. And of course, it's the saddest album of all time. Every track makes me cry. Because it's all about like life, human life and loss. And anyhow, I bought that CD while I was in Flagstaff at one of his shows. one of Toad the Wet Sprocket shows. I bought that CD. I haven't got a chance to talk to him since then. But I did talk to him 3 years in a row. I got to talk to Glenn. And let him know how we're the same age. It's just, he went an awesome path and I'm a failure. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I don't tell him that. Just say I'm a big fan and I appreciate everything you've done and I feel every emotion you sing and every lyric. Yeah, Toad the Wet Sprocket's totally awesome band. I mean, they're not for everyone. Well, no, fuck that. They are for everyone. You just gotta open your ears. You just gotta open your ears and be like, oh, I'm a metalhead. Well, fuck you, metalhead. I was a metalhead when I first heard them. And they speak to me. They speak to my soul. Metal never spoke to my soul. They're just talking about Bible verses and shit. Just talking about politics and nonsense and I don't know. I don't want to shit on metal because I love metal. It's just metal gets too metal and the screaming and the grunting and shit. Can't you just sing a song anymore? I mean, I don't know where that started. I honestly don't. Where it was all about the I don't know if that's going to translate very well on this video because the truck just drove by. But I honestly don't know where that comes from. And why that's popular. I honestly don't know why anybody likes it. Wouldn't you rather your guy sang sang songs? I'm not against it. I just don't know why. And how it became popular. If you can tell me in the comments below, that'd be awesome. I mean, I listened to Carcass back in the day, but they had like a high-pitched screamer and they had a low-pitched grunter. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that kind of stuff. I like to sing along. I like melodic stuff. Hello, world. My name is Rock Crin, and I like to sing along with music. I like Elton John and shit. I'm not a big fan, but I'd rather I was able to sing along than have to, read the lyric sheet to figure out what the fuck the guy's saying. Anyhow, I imagine I just alienated 80% of my audience. But that's fine. I mean, not... How about this? Here we go. Hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you like this content. I know it's low budget, but it's high content. And share it if you think any of your friends might need to hear it. Frag-a-boom!